Hello students, welcome to the lecture on managing retail personnel, and after this lecture we will be able to learn the following objectives. Explain the human resources issues and concerns in retailing. Discuss the manning standards and utilization in retailing. Define the motivation and rewards for performance. The product or deliverable that the customer carries home from a retail store is a combination of merchandise and service. The service is delivered through the human interface between the store employee and the customer. All service organizations define the product in terms of the employee or human resources that represent them. In retailing, employee costs form a significant part of total cost and are often its largest or second largest component. Since profit margins are thin in the business, how will a retailer manage its employee numbers? Productivity and cost makes the difference between a red bottom line and a healthy black one. Recent studies indicate that there is a close relationship between employee satisfaction and customer satisfaction. Hence, retailers whose business model depends on the USP of excellent service are now looking carefully at methods to motivate and retain employees. They regularly measure employee satisfaction levels, understanding that this would have an impact on the customers as well. Let us discuss human resources issues and concerns in retailing. Like any other service organization, the HR function in retailing is extremely important. However, as the industry evolves, some special issues have emerged. In fact, HR managers may find themselves focusing on just a few activities almost 90% of the time. This constitutes manpower planning, recruitment, motivation, retention, and building reward systems that ensure performance orientation. Manpower planning. Since manpower costs form a major part of cost for the retailer, the decision on how many people it should have is crucial and has a bearing on standards of performance and productivity. Business planning. The starting point in retailing, as in all businesses, is the annual plan. With this plan, the retailer puts a flux on the volume and value of business that he intends to accomplish. Let us now discuss manning standards and utilization. Developing manning standards help optimize the number of staff. As each season passes, the retailer finds that the standards get more refined and applicable for the purpose of performance development. Factors that influence manning standards are work task organization. Assuming that the one is opening a new store or is re-examining jobs with the view to redesign them more effectively, the retailer has to decide which tasks the group perform to form a particular function. This will mean a work task analysis with reference to functions that characterize retailing: buying, selling, storing, transporting, financing, information gathering, and risk taking. Some typical tasks in retail: forecasting sales, purchasing supplies, purchasing merchandise, building merchandise, assortments, pricing merchandise, selling, training employees, displaying merchandise, billing customers, packing and gift wrapping, searching for merchandise, advertising, handling customer complaints, controlling inventory, transporting merchandise, supervising employees, hiring and firing employees, cleaning the store, handling cash, paying bills, customer research, altering, repairing merchandise, storing merchandise, preparing merchandise statistics, maintaining the store, providing store security.
Imagine today's typical trip to the store, that big, complex place where we go to get all the things we need to run our homes and take care of ourselves and our families. The store, that seems so impersonal, doesn't it? What if the store was personal? What if instead of the store, it was my store? The Smiths are cruising home from their quick dinner out. As they drive near their S-Mart, the localized signal from the store reaches Mom's smartphone. Mom's store recognizes her proximity and sends her an alert about the need to restock her laundry detergent soon. Dad says he also needs some paint, and Sophie wants to look for a new top. So they decide to stop and do the shopping before going home. As they enter, their S-Mart apps launch, giving them an option to check in. They receive an individualized greeting. The store has begun to transform into my store for each of them, as they feel welcomed, appreciated, and acknowledged. Mom heads off to get her detergent and other urgent items. Now the shopping list on her smartphone becomes more than just an electronic substitute for a slip of paper. As she moves through the store, her list reorders itself based on her location and automatically checks off items as she shops. As she approaches her favorite detergent, she is encouraged to consider a new laundry additive. She can use her phone to see a short video to help her decide if she wants to give it a try. As a result, Emily can make her decisions based on how the product suits her needs versus just another deal. Now she has some time back because her mission is over sooner than she planned. Maybe she will go browse for a new handbag. My Store makes mom feel efficient, gives her ideas and news about new products. We find Dale seeking out the things he needs to paint the nightstand they found at the flea market. The shelf assistant screen recognizes him, flashes hello, and presents the current list of home projects he manages on his phone. Dale selects a project and chooses how he wants to be helped. A live expert describes his options so he can pick the right products. Dad makes his choices and Jorge handles his transaction right in the aisle. My Store offered clear solutions, inspired confidence, and enabled an informed decision. Sophie heads to the fitting room to try on her most promising find. The RFID tag triggers a display, which brings up useful information to help her decide, transforming the fitting room into much more than just a room with a mirror. The display presents reviews and offers suggestions for outfits, even other colors on the top she is trying on. Sophie lets the associate know she needs a different size, right from the display. A confirmation text lets Sophie know the item will be brought to her, even if she leaves the department. Sophie likes the style so much that she wants to get a gray top, along with the white one. They're sold out in the store, giving her the option to get it from the distribution center. She logs in with her user ID and password, and the item is as good as in her closet. Claire is in the back room when she receives an alert to bring Sophie's item. She grabs the shirt and locates Sophie on her tablet. The store system alerts Claire that there is the need for some restocking near Sophie, so she grabs 3 orange shirts as well, before heading to give Sophie her item. She makes her way to Sophie, who has found a t-shirt for her boyfriend, and gives her the top. Sophie celebrates her successful trip, and Claire feels like she is the most efficient associate in the store. My Store has left Sophie feeling assisted, encouraged, and validated with her choices. Mom and Sophie link up at the checkout area, where they effortlessly pass through the payment area. Their items are identified and rung up in seconds, and Mom pays with her smartphone. What a great decision to stop on the way home. At home, Mom gets a follow-up message from S-Mart. Dad gets more info to help his technique, and Sophie gets a shipping confirmation.
The retailer needs to decide how tasks have to be grouped to provide the highest level of efficiency. Store positioning or image. The number of staff hired is often dictated the positioning of the store. For example, a high fashion boutique store promising exclusive service will need to ensure that every customer who walks is attended to personally. Store strategy. Sometimes the store strategy for the year might dictate a change in staffing patterns. Ratio of manpower. Cost to volume of sales. At a macro level, this is a good method of planning manpower. Retailers can fix a percentage of sales turnover to be utilized on manpower cost. Micro planning can then be made within this limit. Shifts, opening days hours, holidays, leave entitlement. The total number of staff depends on the shift planned and ideally should coincide with the flow of customer traffic. This is a complicated process, with the quantum of leave allowed, weekly offs, holiday, etc. to be taken into account when planning. Issue of availability. A customer-focused method of looking at staffing numbers is to decide on the level of service to be offered. Then staff strength should be decided after making allowances for leaves, weekly offs, staff breaks, back office work, etc. that take them away from the customer. It is important to then devise a method to track availability of staff for the customer to ensure that the targeted numbers are available. Importance of manpower. Information systems and audits and control in manpower planning. A good manpower information system integrated into the sales reporting system is a must for retailers to ensure efficient manpower planning. For example, staff availability and its effect on performance can be measured by finding out the staff allocation for each product category and location, tracking attendance using an electronic attendance recording system, and then comparing this with sales figures and fluctuations in them. The study of GMROL can be made more meaningful in section-wise sales and staffing costs are captured. Recruitment retailers across the world face a scarcity of trained manpower and become of the high employee turnover rates. They are saddled with constant recruitment activity. Recruitment and selection has two objectives: to recruit the right person for the job and to ensure that the right person is not rejected. This activity is crucial for retailers for the following reasons, since proper recruitment and selection would ensure that time is not wasted on activities that they do not directly add value to the bottom line, reduces recruitment costs, and most important, reduces employee attrition rates. Retail employment options. The retailer has several options in terms of types of employees with the view to maximize productivity and minimize cost. Core employees. These include full-time employees and critical resources that take time and training to build up. Short-term contract employees. These are on the rolls of a company for specified duration following a mutual agreement between them and the retailer. Apprentices. These are trainees who could be working and learning on the job, usually for a specified duration. Part-timers. This is an arrangement commonly used in countries where a retailing is developed phenomenon. Consultant retainers. This option is used to avail of the services of specialists who may otherwise be too expensive to employ and whose expertise may not be needed on a regular basis, like legal experts, fashion design consultants, or beauty consultants. Subcontracted employees. Subcontractors are awarded jobs within the company but are not a part of its core competence. Self-employed agents. These include commission agents not on the rolls of the retailer who operate outside the store and are instrumental in bringing in customers. Agency temporaries. These are staff from agencies normally use very short duration for, say, promotions or events within the store. Special feature of retail recruitment source of recruitment. In retailing, staff sources are varied and the recruitment normally has to employ unconventional methods to hire them. Issues in the retail selection process. While setting up selection policies, an important issue is defining the selection process to ensure that the right person comes on board. That is, what is the process? It is correctly defined. Who is the authority making the final decision? In retail companies where the emphasis is on service, recruitment, selection processes and job criteria are well defined. Scarcity of trained manpower. The world over, the retail industry faces a short of trained personnel. And while there is no dearth of people who want the jobs, there is an acute shortage of institutes to train people in retail skills knowledge. Unsocial hours. Recruiting in retail is difficult as frontline jobs involve unsocial hours, that is, on weekends and public holidays, which is unavoidable for the retailer. As a result, the pool of available and willing manpower shrinks. Short-term manpower demands. Customer buying is seasonal and depends on festivals and weather, the state of economy and other factors. The reputation problem. In India, retailers still face a peculiar stigma where retail front-end jobs are concerned. Candidates often feel that retail jobs are merely standing in a dukaan with no career prospects. Frontline nature of retail. All retail employees have to face customers and internet with them to a certain extent. Recruitment with reference to customer profile. For all jobs that involve interaction with customers, the impact on them has to be taken into account. Need for mobility. Frontline staff, like other employees, is concerned even at time of recruitment about the growth prospect in the organization. Often salespeople who seek careers in retail jobs aspire to move quickly up the ladder and become supervisors, department managers, merchandisers, store heads, etc. Women in retail. In economies where the retail industry is developed, more than 50% of women are employed in the industry. The natures of jobs that exist, such as customer service person or buyers, make retail an attractive option for women. In India, women are still reluctant to take on jobs that involve late hours. Legislation. In India, legislation has to be taken into account while deciding staffing. The Shops and Establishment Act has fixed store opening and closing timings, the duration an employee can work, mandatory leave, holidays and breaks after a specified number of hours, and special provisions for the employment of women. Let us discuss the motivation and rewards for performance. What motivates retail salespeople? Most managers believe that overall compensation ranks as the number one motivation for salespeople. For them, on the other hand, they say money comes second or third. The non-monetary factors are encouragement and contact of supervisor, opportunity for promotion, advanced training, participative goal setting, sales quota, challenging creative job, opportunity for learning, information about the organization's goal, opportunity to show creativity, helpful colleagues. The monetary factors are special recognition for outstanding performance, individual incentive bonus, commissions, overall compensation, contests, travel or merchandise prizes, group incentive bonus. Without exploring the theories of motivation, there are few practical tips for retail managers. Job variety. Salespeople get bored selling the same product in and day out, month after month. Rotation changing products, allowing them to do other associated jobs such as visual display, cashiering, and retail statistics reduce job monotony. Job autonomy. Studies indicate that salespeople who are given greater autonomy, like enriching the job with the responsibility of indenting, keeping statistics of stocks, giving feedback to improve product, design, redressing customer complaints, participating in customer research, etc., are more responsible and have higher levels of productivity. Specialized training. For many individuals, the opportunity for growth and knowledge acquisition are tremendous motivators. Public recognition of achievements, for example, contests and meetings. The retail sales floor is a dramatic arena where the skills and achievements of participants are constantly on display for all superiors, peers, and customers to appreciate. Hence, public recognition is often a powerful tool to motivate employees. Goal setting. Setting performance benchmarks and linking rewards to same is the time-tested tool. Very often, the retail manager may be remiss in fixing targets. Incentive like cash, prizes, travel opportunities, merchandise. These could vary from a straight percentage of sales to innovative incentive designs which tackle specific problems such as customer conversion, increasing ticket size, increasing the number of items purchased by each customer, pushing slow movers, improving customer service, mystery shopper schemes, etc. Retention motivating in the long run, high employee exit rates are the bane of retailers the world over. Large employee turnover leads to high recruitment cost, time wasted on recruitment, and high induction and training cost. It is important to remember that employees have a career life cycle. Remuneration and structure. Remuneration for the salespeople can be structured in any of the following ways. Salary only, salary plus bonus plus commission, salary plus commission, commission only, non-cash incentives. Salary only scheme. The scheme is chosen as follows: when product sales cannot be related to individual effort, where the focus is on non-selling activity also, where it is unethical to create a strong product push, where setting individual targets is difficult, where sales have a partial influence on profitability, where representing the company is more important than mere sales. Salary only scheme. The positives. Salesperson have a security of income, high loyalty to the company, greater flexibility, administratively simpler since there are no complex incentive calculations in salary. Internal problems of different salesperson drawing different amounts and resulting comparisons are minimized. Salary only scheme. The negative: salespersons are less aggressive. Salary costs are fixed regardless of sales performance. Commissions. Commissions are chosen when the market is highly competitive and products are not differentiated, when the sales volumes are low, where there are no seasonal economic highs and lows in the year. Types of commissions. Fixed. This is a constant percentage of sales. Progressive. Here commission increases as sales grow. Regressive. Here the commission rates start falling after a point. Commissions entail a clear basis for performance measures, agreed rate of commission, establishing a base salary to ensure that the take-home pay is adequate in a bad month. Commissions, the positives. Since pay is linked to the sales volume, there is performance orientation and sales aggression. There is scope for flexibility. Commissions can vary from different groups of people, different function. The cost of living is taken care of automatically. Bad performance will leave the organizations. Commissions, the negatives. Uncertain earnings may cause insecurity amongst employees. There could be very high employee turnover. Salesperson may turn unethical and pushy. Excessive pushiness may jeopardize long-term relationships. Management has less control over earnings. Undermines company loyalty. Non-selling service suffers. Differences in earning may cause conflict between employees. An increase in product prices lead to an automatic pay hike. Bonus. It is a financial incentive provided in cases where the commission system is inappropriate or dysfunctional. Bonus. The positives can be used to encourage specific higher order needs, aids retention if paid at a regular interval. Bonus. The negatives. Link between performance and reward may be weakened. Is often complex to administer. Non-cash incentives. These are usually short-term like awards, contests for travel, merchandise, stock options and given in addition to the salary. Sales contests in retail can be according to increased cash volumes, stimulating more contacts and conversions, building off-season business, pushing slow movers or aging stock, stimulating balance selling. For instance, shirts and trousers are sold together. The proportion in which they are purchased, increased use of displays, improved sales ability, building multiple sales, serving related contests, employee discounts. These are provided on items sold within a store. Discount structures. Percentages vary depending on the margin earned by the retailer on different products. Push money incentives whose cost is borne by a supplier brand that wants to push its own products on the retailer shelves. This could be transparent with the employee knowing that the supplier has offered the scheme, or it could be managed as an incentive offered by the retailer. Shift allowance and social hours allowance. Clothing turnout allowance. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. Managing personnel in a retail environment demands unique, specialized skills. Soft skills are required in addition to academic qualifications. Retailing is a dynamic industry and makes a lot of demands on the personnel involved in the business. Therefore, they need intensive training and motivation. Recruiting the right personnel with the right attitude will determine the success of retailing. Integrity is of paramount importance. It is very important to reward employees for achieving better results.